afternoon and welcome to 3 Talk with me, Nolene Maolwana-Sanqu. We have for the longest time been advocating for a culture where South Africans can learn more on how to save, and even with all the education, we are still battling with our finances. July is National Savings Month and today we'll be discussing finances. We'll chat to experts about how we can improve our culture of saving and also catch up with well-known entrepreneurs who will share their tips on becoming money smart. Are you a saver or a spender? Call and let me know on 086 2233 303 or tweet me Nolene3Talk. Please welcome my first guest, author and personal finance expert Tracy Davenport and money psychologist Winnie Kunene. Thanks so much, guys, for coming in. I need to know, what is a money psychologist?
A money psychologist is somebody who speaks so much common sense about the subject of money that it actually hurts not to comply.
Okay.
And we break it down into simple steps, so that when you decide to be poor, we can wish you happy poverty.
Okay, you know what? I buy it.
Would you buy that?
No, not at all. I buy it. I buy it completely,
it's
Winnie.
so easy. Truly, ask Tracy. It is very easy.
Okay, so you work together sometimes?
We know each other.
Well, you know each other.
We haven't been working together for a while.
Okay, all right. Now let's talk finances. Let's talk the common sense of finances.
Yeah.
Why are we not saving?
I think life is expensive. I think economic times are difficult right now. Anybody running their own business, anybody trying to get a new job, life is difficult right now, and we all have to work harder, tighten that belt and hang in there. The good times will come, but they're a way off. If you've got a job, hold on to it.
Tracy, this is, you know that we had a financial show about a year ago, and I could say, she said exactly the same. That was a year ago.
Yeah. It's worse.
I know. So how do we cope? So this is July is National Savings Month. So okay, so we told save. Ngandoni. Seriously, useva ngandoni with what? Because there's nothing to save.
Tracy said something key. He says times are tough.
Yeah.
What do we need to do? Tighten your belt. Pause. Tighten. What does
And
tighten the
hold what
belt
you
It's
got.
already
mean?
tight. It's already,
Yes.
it's mean,
Tighten
Baba. It's
even
mean.
more.
Yeah,
Tighten
it's
it even more.
okay.
What does
It's
that
like,
mean? Yes. What does it mean? We need to look at our expenditure on a month-to-month basis. Let's have a budget. I know it is a dreaded word, budget. When we talk about budget, people say, oh, no, not again. Unfortunately, whether we want to hear this or not, the B word is back in fashion.
budget, budget, budget.
A million times.
Yeah.
We must still look at where we can cut our expenses. That's what tightening the belt means.
Okay.
To some people, tightening the belt means as long as you have still got a checkbook, you can still write checks. Even if you
and they
don't
go
have money
bing,
in the
bing,
bank.
Bing, bing, bing. That's the
There are
problem.
some people who just can't do it. They genuinely can't do it because they want to. People are in debt because they love debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true, though? I mean, do people, you go into debt because you don't have the cash right now to buy whatever it is that you want, so you will go the debt route. But do you go in there because, you know, you...
People are naughty. They clear their debt. They go and leave a company, take their pension fund and clear their debt. But it creeps back up again.
Yeah.
They need to have the discipline and the restraint not to buy the rubbish which causes them to go into debt. And sometimes that's what people do. But just as important as tightening your belt is holding on to what you've got right now. And that means hold on to your job. Hold on to your house if you've got a house. Keep paying off that bond. If you're struggling there, maybe downsize your car. Downsize your rental property. Do something, but keep the status quo going for now. Times will improve. We just don't know how long. Hold on to what you've got. Because if you lose what you've got now, you're in real trouble.
You say we buy a lot of rubbish.
Yeah.
What are these? Do you want to add to that? Because I'm sure you agree. We buy a lot of stuff.
we are so stuff-oriented, it's not funny. We love stuff. And in such a way that if we really don't buy stuff, we get withdrawal symptoms. There are people that I have seen in my life who are really depressed because they haven't been for shopping. And they have 250 pairs of shoes. And I don't want to say...
Don't look at me.
No, but I'm talking to you.
Oh, well, I felt a little guilty.
Oh,
no, I don't have. No. Okay. Let me correct. I do not have. I do not have that amount of shoes. I mean,
yes, but they have lots and lots of stuff, and you can count some of the stuff that they bought a year ago, and genuinely they haven't even worn it.
It still has the tags on it.
It still has the tags on it.
Yeah.
And they keep it there. I mean, I have a friend of mine who likes things like that. I mean, her daughter is almost 16 years. She still keeps the dresses that she wore when she was still pregnant. And I swear it is like 3 wardrobes full. I'm thinking, you know, and then she puts everything in boxes, and then she spends even more money and put that stuff in storage houses because she cannot cope with the stuff that is full in her house. Then she'll move into 2 years down the line, she'll move into a bigger house, and she buys more stuff on top of the stuff that she's got that she can't manage to put away. And then she'll take that stuff and put it back into the storage. So it's stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. When so many people are going hungry and dying of hunger in this country, I think it's criminal.
Darlene, also there are problems and people end up helping others.
Yeah.
There are lots of people in difficulty. And you know our culture is one of helping. And the result is everybody goes around and asks for money for a funeral, asks for money to help people who are unemployed, and that keeps the man in the street also in difficult times.
I was reading an article written a couple of years ago, and the article was saying that the people in a higher income bracket are the naughtiest because those people don't save as much as someone who's in a lower income bracket who will probably save, you know, that little bit that they can, whether they belong to a stokvel or they belong to, you know, some muto, but they will save more than people that are in the higher income brackets.
Yeah. It's because, I mean, those lower paid people, they know they have nowhere else to turn to. And you must understand the stokvels and the burial societies that people have is their only hope. Many a times they would claim that they have been disappointed by insurance, the actual former insurance industry, but at the same time they always need a backup because people are dying of AIDS, they are dying left, right and center more than necessary these days. And so where do they go? I mean, if I don't belong to this, who's going to help me? You know, people are very vulnerable, people are very scared, and therefore this is the only way they can make sure that they are mitigating their risks against such exposure.
Darlene, a person should also look at their parents because you often follow what your parents did. So if your mom never had a cent to her name, never had a pension fund eventually, and spent every cent she ever had, often you follow the same path unless you stop, you look at yourself and you say, no, I don't want to be like that. Look at the trouble my parents are in. I am starting to save from this moment onwards. And each person watching must look at themselves and say, how am I behaving?
And it's also changing our attitude towards money. We're going to catch up with you later, guys. If you would like to contribute to the conversation on finances, give me a call, 086 2233 303, or tweet Nolene3Talk. After the break, we'll chat to DJ Smoo and Winnie Kunene on what they've learned about money. Don't go away. Welcome back to 3 Talk. Just like the saying goes, money isn't your problem. Your relationship with money and what you do or don't do with it is the problem. What is our relationship with money, and do we understand its true value in our lives? Let's welcome back author and finance expert Tracy Davenport and money psychologist Winnie Kunene. Do we understand money? Or do we just understand what money can get for us? Winnie, do we understand money?
You know, money requires a certain level of consciousness. I'm happy to say that I read somewhere, I can't remember where, that almost 60 or 73% of the people in this country have some form of level of spirituality. If you notice, there is some energy that is attached to money. There's something about money that makes people fight. There is something about money that creates happiness when people have it. There is something about money that makes people arrogant, something about money that makes people think that they're going to live forever because it gives them this kind of false security. And there's something about money that is just so powerful and so mysterious, because even the best economist in the world will never ever tell you for certain that this is where the market is going. And say, no, but then again, it might also do this and do this. Money is slippery. And the reality about money, it actually will outlive you and I. You know, our grandparents were here, they worked hard, they died, and they didn't take a cent out of that. They went downstairs on their own. Okay? Same thing with your mom and my mom. They worked, they had money, even if they didn't have that much, they still died and they left it right here. So it will always outlive us. There's some spirit and energy that is attached to that. And we need to understand that it can lend itself to be a God of today, not a God with a capital G, but a God with a small g. So if we can understand that energy, then we will begin to be conscious about it and make a decision to say, I, Winnie Kunene, am not going to allow money to rule me. Instead, I will rule it.
Then you have power over what comes in, what goes out, and then you do a budget.
Because remember,
the big B, you do a budget, Tracy. Do a budget. I know you do.
Let's be realistic. The guys who are here, those are more real guys, okay? Sbu, to some extent, I think he's still very frugal with his money. He takes care of his money. Kenny he's a hustler. He's got it all. He is not short of money. And I would like to believe that a session like this is for people who genuinely are battling to save money. We're talking about almost the 98% of the world population who will always be struggling with money.
See, I want to be like Kenny, who can go and buy 140,000 rand jacket.
Exactly.
I'm being honest, Tracy, I really would. I would love to be able just to go into a shop and say, I want that jacket. It costs 140,000. 120,000. Woo! Dusty in Durban, yo, I want that money. Yo, Dusty, hello.
Hello.
Dusty?
Yes.
Yes, you're on 3 Talk.
Yes, hello, darling.
Yes, hello, my darling. What's your question?
No, I've got a little comment.
Yes.
Excellent show.
Most
important show.
Right.
Okay. You know, you're talking about money and what have you.
Yes.
There is a wonderful book out. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon.
Yes.
By Carlson.
Yes. Okay.
Now,
the richest man in Babylon.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, all these ladies, what they're talking about is 100% correct. But if you write down your 3 most important accounts, you will find that you leave your own name off. You must pay yourself. Forget about using this word saving and all the rest of it. Pay yourself 10% of all you earn. I can see the lady smiling here. But if your boss came to you tomorrow and said you have a 10% decrease in your salary, you would moan and you would cry, but you would live. And I can tell you, ladies, it works. From the age of 40 as a tradesman to living in a flat and owning my own home and running a business are not buying whiskey at the price you people are talking
No,
about.
no, not you people. Mina, I would not even. I would no. I wouldn't even pay 18 rand for a bottle of whiskey. Never mind 18,000 rand. Let's leave it there, my darling. We've run out of time. Thank you for your call. We'll be back after the break.